Okay, people, today is gonna be the start of something new, the start of something beautiful. That something new obviously has to be me starting vlogging. Beep, beep, beep. Hey dogs, what's up? I think I'm presently vlogging with 1080p at 60 fps, and this is 170 degrees field of view. Thank you. Every light is going green for me. I think this vlogging is really my thing. So guys, this is basically my locality. I mean, if anybody comes over to my place, I'll tell them I stay near this place. This place is called Pukur. Bosch is a surname and Pukur is pond. So this crossing, yes, this very crossing that I just crossed is the bus stop known as Bosch Pukur. So if you come with a car, then you got to come the same way that I did, the longer route. But if you're coming by a bus or even two-wheeler, I know I took the two-wheeler through the other route, even a two-wheeler, then this is actually the much shorter way to get to my place. If you speak Bengali or Hindi, or I'm sure even some other language, in a lot of languages Setu or Shetu actually means bridge, so Bijon Shetu. And well, it's kind of a surprise where I'm going. It won't be much of a surprise if you just skip to the end of the video right now. Yeah, right, dude, show off. I'm on a Honda Shine right here. I think it's a good thing to be vlogging really early in the morning. First things first, you wake up really early, because otherwise I'm a pretty late riser. Today I woke up at about quarter to 4, which is unreal, unnatural, ungodly by my lifestyle standards. So first things first, you wake up really early. If there is too much of traffic, then you'll have to give 100% concentration to the road and to filtering or squidding, whichever you indulge in. So this is actually cool. I'll need some advice on you guys on how to keep some advice from you guys on how to keep my visor from fogging up when I breathe inside for too long. So I told you that it's still a surprise where we're going. Of course, if you stick right to the end of the video, there won't be much of a surprise at all. If you think of it that way, that isn't much of a surprise, really, because it's the most cliched place people of Calcutta like to go to and I am a person of this city, and I like to go there as well. But then if you're taking a girlfriend out to the place where I'm going, she'll probably think your imagination is dead. I made a mistake. I should have taken that turn. I still probably can. So I'll take this turn. Oh my god. Bad decision. Bad decision. Bad decision alert. And I'm not sure that whenever I press this button, see the screen comes back on, but I'm not sure that it was recording all the time. Maybe it just got to wake up. Oh, we got to record. Master is telling us to record. Please keep recording. Okay, so I was telling you about stretches of silky smooth roads in my city. So this is one of them. It's actually also kind of notorious for crashes, because these kids who ride some really expensive cars or bikes but don't have a lot of sense of road safety. When you're changing lanes, please use indicators. I'm not just doing social service here, it's probably going to save your life. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see a row of lights between the trees? Oh, by the way, that place is that place I'm talking about. That place is the race course. I mean, first after the road ends, it's literally the race course. So beyond the race course was the stream of lights that I was talking about. So that is the, well, in common parlance it's called Second Newly Bridge, but it's got a formal name. That formal name is Vidyasagar Setu. Now Bengalis will be really familiar with the name of Vidyasagar. I think if you studied a fair bit of history, especially about our national movement, I mean, anybody who studied in school should know the name of Vidyasagar. So Vidyasagar was this man who contributed a whole lot to education. He wrote a Bengali primer which even we studied in school. So he played a huge role in the spread of education, and he also in particular played a greater role in the spread of education among women and girls. I don't know if the figures are right, but I think he ran about 35 schools, most of which were at his own expense. I mean, he did have some help from the British government, but most of the schools he ran at his own expense. He also campaigned he campaigned in favor of widow remarriage, and when the first widow remarriage happened, I'm not sure, after the government legalized widow remarriage, this was in 1856 or 1857, was it? I'm not sure, please don't quote me on that. I might be terribly off, I might be way off. So after the government legalized widow remarriage, the first legal widow remarriage that took place was what should I say? He was the priest who conducted that marriage. So you can understand how involved he was in women's emancipation, in terms of their education, in terms of their social status, in terms of their rights. Okay, so no surprises now where we've come. Please don't tell me they won't let me in. Please don't tell me they won't let me in. Okay, what I'll do is, let me take a round. There's another ghat up front. Acha, for the people who did not know what that place was, that place is Prinsep Ghat. To some, it may be the most cliched place to come to in Kolkata, but trust me, I think it's also one of the best places to come to Kolkata. Come to in Kolkata. So that place was Prinsep Ghat. Now the place we are headed to, it's not really Prinsep Ghat. I don't know the name of this ghat. This is a really safe place to park my bike, I think, because it's right opposite the police kiosk. Okay, that is the river Hooghly. It's supposed to be capable of letting much bigger vessels come in, but because of heavy siltation, the Hooghly is actually a little shallow in this area. So the Kolkata Port Trust does the best it can to desilt the place. I think the process is called dredging. So dredging is the process where you take silt out of the riverbed and then therefore allow the river to carry more water, which of course gives it more depth, and in not depth, gives the river more depth, and in turn it also allows bigger vessels. Okay, so that is the second Hooghly bridge, the Vidyasagar Setu, the stream of lights to which I had shown you earlier. I wanted to show you the sunrise, but I'm not sure that it can be seen from here. The sunset can be seen here, but I'm really not sure the sunrise can be seen here. If it can, then nothing like it, but I'm not sure we can. What's up, dog? You want to be on camera, is that it? I think we can have a better view of the sunrise some other place. Let's hope sunrise doesn't happen, but then there's already quite a lot of daylight. So let's go somewhere else and see if we can catch the sunrise. We might still be in luck, although there's quite a lot of daylight. We just might catch it. So I'm guessing all of these arrangements are for Independence Day. Every time we have a national holiday which commemorates our independence or our becoming a republic, I mean the day on which the constitution is promulgated, every time we have one such holiday, it seems one group of terrorists or the other is trying to pull off in the terms of the media, a spectacular attack. Okay, so I'm not sure we'll be allowed to stop anywhere, any of these places. We might just be allowed to go in here. But is this place really going to be the best place to catch the sunrise? Nope. Come on, man. There've got to be better places than this. Yeah. I think it's there. See, the point of wearing a full face helmet and having your mic inside it is to allow you to speak, is to allow yourself to be heard. But then sometimes I really feel that the true music is the wind blast. There's a very good chance that it's going to remain cloudy, and from what I have seen so far, it actually may well be cloudy, so maybe we won't get to see the sunrise. But hey, it's a beautiful morning with clear roads, nice breeze, and it's my first vlog, people. Oh, they won't let you get in. Really wanted to get to Medan though. So I'm sorry, people, but this place has been cordoned off because of security arrangements for the Independence Day parade. So that happens along Red Road, and Medan is basically a sprawling open place in and around the Red Road. So there's no way I think they'll allow people to go in. This is the famous Gurdwara. I'm almost tempted to have their very famous Doodh Thumbs Up. Yes, you heard me right. Doodh Thumbs Up. It's a concoction of milk and thumbs up, which tastes amazing. You must have it if you're in this vicinity sometime. So I'm sorry, people. We didn't get to see the sunrise. Alright, people, do let me know how you liked my first vlog. I'm sure it was completely pointless, as all good things in life must be. So this was my first vlog. This was a new start, and here's hoping that you can expect more videos from me in the foreseeable future. Okay then? Okay, people. Ciao. I'll see you later. Bye bye.